I am genuinely worried for my boy Edgar Berlanga. Okay, I'm worried for him. Okay, listen, if you guys don't know, my boy Edgar Berlanga is fighting Hamza Shiraz tomorrow. Okay, literally tomorrow. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is Edgar Berlanga's biggest test. Okay, I know the Canelo fight, obviously was a much harder fight. He lost that fight. You dig what I'm saying? But I think that fight was more like, it's so high level that it's okay for you to lose. This fight is like, genuinely, this is his biggest test. Okay, this is Edgar Berlanga's first time fighting someone that's around his level, honestly. Now, I really want to talk about this fight because I do believe that Edgar Berlanga wins this fight. In fact, I believe that this is a Berlanga-Taylor dub. Okay, I believe that this fight was, they tried Edgar Berlanga's team. Okay, they tried to find the best fight possible, somebody that shows clear weaknesses. Okay, now what are these weaknesses that you show, or that I'm talking about? Okay, let's talk about it. Okay, Hamza Shiraz. All right, haven't really heard of bro. You dig what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, I heard my cousin sparred him before, no cap. But listen, bro, Hamza Shiraz, genuinely, bro, I'm not impressed. Like, I've been watching his past couple of fights. I am not impressed. His last fight that he had with the Bronco guy, Damage, whatever his name is. I'm sorry that I don't remember your name, but bro, he lost that fight, did he not? He lost that fight. It was a draw, quote unquote, but he lost that fight. That was against a shorter man. He's always having problems against shorter men, always getting pushed back. I will say his defense is pretty okay. As in defense, he has a nice shell, but he does tend to get caught in the early rounds. You dig what I'm saying? He does tend to get caught in the early rounds, which is where I think Edgar Berlanga is at his best. First round KO king, as he likes to call himself, or whatever. But man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. I do believe Edgar Berlanga wins this fight either by early stoppage or late stoppage. Why do I believe he can win? Because Edgar Berlanga, I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of a meme how he talks about this Canelo fight, right? Even though it was a loss, he parades around the city, like it was a W. He talks about the fight like he won. It's very interesting. But do I, always, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. He gotta cut that shit out. You know what I'm saying? He gotta cut that shit out. But listen, bro, like, genuinely, I believe that Edgar Berlanga, his fight with Canelo, just being in that 12-round fight with him, having that experience with someone like Canelo, going those 12 rounds, you dig what I'm saying, with the best of the best. I genuinely believe that, his touch with greatness, his touch with the legend in the ring, that rubs off. That genuinely does rub off on people. And I believe that Edgar Berlanga he was at his best that night. I believe if that Edgar Berlanga shows up against this Hamza Shiraz, I believe that, or Hamza Shiraz in general, I believe that he could win. Edgar Berlanga has power. Edgar Berlanga, I feel like this is a fight that will really show a lot. Okay, but I ain't gonna lie to you, twin. I ain't gonna lie to you, Mud. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna start saying Mud now. Okay, guys, I'm worried for Edgar Berlanga. Mud, I'm worried for him, twin. Listen, this is why I'm worried. Okay, Edgar Berlanga. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't like Edgar Berlanga before. Why is that? Well, because he said nigga all the time, bro. I'm like, bro, what is this guy, bro? I'm like, and then come to find out he's from New York and he's Puerto Rican. I'm like, Puerto Rican, that's not black, is he? Okay, so I didn't really like the guy at first, but I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. The press conference where he was arguing with Oscar Diddy Hoya, bro, that kind of made me like him a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I know a lot of people did not like that press conference, bro. But listen, bro, listen. People like to call it a circus. Call it what you want, okay? I'm entertained. You know what I'm saying, bro? We haven't had this type of entertainment in boxing in a very, very long time, especially in the press conferences, nigger. Okay, we need this type of stuff in boxing. We need Oscar Diddy Hoya being yelled at by Edgar Berlanga across the ring. You know, Edgar Berlanga literally looked like he was about to cry. It was like, F you, F you, F you. Bro, it was like he was about to cry, bro. Like, that was like real beef there. I'm like, bro, what history do they have? You dig what I'm saying, bro? Like, hey, man, I was entertained, but listen, this is what I'm worried for, bro. He's, first off, slow plotter / reaction. Now, I don't think Edgar Berlanga has like slow hand speed per se, but I do think he's a bit of a plotter. Now, what do I mean by plotter? I mean, think what I'm saying is footwork. It's quite slow. I think in the Canelo fight it looked better, but I think in his last fight against the Gonzalez guy, he looked quite plotty, quite slow in the feet, you know, slow footwork. Maybe that's the Canelo rub. You dig what I'm saying? I don't know, but he just looked a little bit slow and plotter. His reaction time did not look the best. He's getting hit with shots that he should not be getting hit with. Again, in the Canelo fight, we saw that left hook, that big left hook land, dropped him instantly. It was crazy. But that gets me next to his defensive issues. You know, he frays his hands a lot. He's quite twitchy. You know, we've seen with the Tevin Farmer fight that these twitchy, or these guys that are constantly like moving their hands, constantly trying to parry, do this and that. That's not always, you know what I'm saying? That's not always going to benefit you. You know, you can be timed easily, okay? You're leaving your face open, and good opponents, elite opponents, will be able to time that. These are these defensive issues I'm talking about. It gets hit a little bit too much for my liking. He has been dropped before, dropped in sparring. You dig what I'm saying? I don't remember my last Edgar Berlanga video. The last time I mentioned Edgar Berlanga in a video, I was pretty much hating on him the entire time. It was just me and the Canelo thing, or the Canelo build-up, just hating on him. But you know, he's gotten better. But he can be caught. You know, he lunges in. We've seen him dropped multiple times. You dig what I'm saying? That's not good. Okay, that's not good. And I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. This is his first time dealing with range. Okay, Hamza is a rangy guy. We don't know how Edgar Berlanga will deal with somebody that has a reach advantage on him. How is it going to feel for Edgar Berlanga to have to try to get on the inside? You dig what I'm saying? Again, it's slow footwork. You know, I don't want him to be timed. You know, Hamza Shiraz, he can time people. You dig what I'm saying? You saw in the ammo fight, he timed him, knocked him down. You know, he can do that, especially opponents that he can freeze with his range, right? That's why I'm a little bit worried for the later rounds. You dig what I'm saying? When Edgar Berlanga starts to tire a little bit, you know, we get tired, you know, maybe start standing too much. I don't know, bro. I don't know. That's why I'm a little bit worried for bro, genuinely. And again, he lunges in a lot. He can be caught. You know, Hamza likes to shell up a lot, and you know, I don't know, maybe we'll get a Hamza Shiraz that's actually on point tonight. You know, maybe he'll show up, because this is his biggest test as well. You know, he's coming off of not a good look. You know, people really clowning this guy, talking about he's Turkey's son and all this, gifting wins, this and that. You know what I'm saying? Listen, that's all I gotta say. You know, Edgar Berlanga versus Hamza Shiraz should be a great fight, good fight. We got Shakur Stevenson on the undercard. Who else on the other card? David Morrell. Yeah, it's gonna be a great card. Bro, you guys probably are like, what about the Shakur video? Might make one tomorrow, possibly if the fight has not already happened, if I could do a little buzzer beater. But if I can't, I do believe Shakur will win that fight. I do believe Shakur will win that fight. But again, I'm always worried. I'm worried for my guys. You dig what I'm saying? I'm always worried. But I have faith. I believe Shakur can pull that win off. I hope he does. Okay. Shut all the haters up. But yeah, Edgar Berlanga, I'm worried for you, Mud. I'm worried for you, Mud. You know what I'm saying? Good, Mud. I'm worried for you. Bro, bro, I don't know what's been going on with me, bro. Like, I don't know if it's the, like, me being, like, punched in the face too much. Like, if that's affecting me, like, CTE-wise. Like, bro, my brain feels like it's, like, turning into soup. You dig what I'm saying? Like, a nigga be getting, like jumbling his words up. You dig what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like an autist. Like an autist? Yo, that's other niggas that British say artist, autist. But listen, bro, that's it. That's all from me. I'm worried for each one, but I do believe Edgar Berlanga could pull off the dub. If you agree or disagree, let me know down in the comments, bro. We will be setting up this streaming very soon. We'll be having undisputed gameplay very soon, bro. We're going crazy, bro. We're going crazy. We're gonna have this Discord dropped very soon, bro. Real talk, twin. 2025, key to take over. I know the takeover started too late in the summer, but nigga, you know me, I'm always late. You dig what I'm saying? Better late than never. That's my favorite saying. Fashionably late, bitch. But yeah, that's it. Tilo Kita. I ain't gonna waste your time today. Like, subscribe to other YouTube to other YouTuber stuff. I'm out.